Hey guys, it's Charlie, and I'm probably going to offend some folks right now, but that's okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing to be offended. I think it's important to figure out what is offending you and why is it offending you. The reason I'm bringing this subject up is because all over the radio waves today, left talk show hosts, right talk show hosts are talking about the president's remarks about supporting the building of this mosque, Islamic center, so close to ground zero. And we're supposed to, be good little sycophants and buy into whatever radio station we're tuning into, be if we're either a conservative or a liberal, and buy into whatever garbage they're spewing out about this non-event. We're supposed to be offended. How dare these Muslims build so close to ground zero? And we're supposed to be mad at the president because he said, they can build at ground zero. They can build in New York. It's constitutional right. They can build wherever the heck they want to build as long as they meet the criteria for doing so. And we're supposed to have some kind of anger ginned up by this dialogue. And it's amazing to me how this is now taken over the conversation in this country. My question is, who cares? Who cares if they're building this center there? I don't care if the Muslims build at ground zero. I don't care one iota, because you know what? We've been told for 10 years now, it wasn't the Muslims, it was the terror-loving terrorists that did this to us. The real terror-loving terrorists, in my opinion, are close to ground zero on Wall Street. They're the ones that offend me. I'm offended when I look at Goldman Sachs profits for 2009, and there were record profits, in the heart of the so-called recession that we were in. But now that the truth can be let out, now that Goldman Sachs and all of the other crony capitalists on Wall Street have been paid in full, we can go ahead and call it what it is. And that's why you see it being leaked out into the mainstream media now, that we're truly going into a depression. It isn't a recession. It isn't a double dip. It is a depression. It's okay now for the media to talk about that because the crony capitalists have all been paid in full. So now we're going to gin up your anger and gin up your frustration for your fellow American, being them a liberal or a conservative. Either one of them are nothing more than a trap to begin with. We're going to gin up some hostility amongst each other because of a planned building, shrine, temple. Who cares? This is the United States of America. If you have the will and the wherewithal to build in Manhattan, then you can build in Manhattan. Plain and simple. And it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect a New York citizen like Warren Pollack one iota. It isn't an affront. It isn't an attack. What's an affront and attack is what's truly happening in this country. What's offensive, what's an affront, is the Goldman Sachs on Wall Street, is the JP Morgans that are writing the legislation that is passed, and then we're going to call it finance reform. What's offensive and an affront to me is a government that will pass mandatory purchase of a health insurance policy from a private corporation and call it healthcare reform. What's offensive to me is that our government steps in and bails out company A, but lets company B wither on the vine and die. What's offensive to me is this crony corporatocracy that we live in. That offends me. Build your mosque. Build your temple. It's a game. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. Why are we bringing this up now? Why is this conversation being introduced into the lexicon now? Well, it could be because of John Bolton and his statements today. That could shed some light on why this is being brought up now. Israel only has till the 21st of August to go ahead and take care of the Iranian nuclear power plant problem because Russia's going to come down and start fueling that plant on the 21st of August. Could that be it? Or how about we just use it as yet another distraction? We're so used to it now. We're so used to this 24-hour news cycle. We're so used to this distraction coming up. Good job, Brownie. Mission accomplished. Safe and clear on the beaches in the Gulf. It's the same repeating game over and over again. And that is offensive. That's all I got.